Hello and welcome to MBDG's coverage of Prodigy Disc Pro Tour 2020 at Kuopio. It's the Perfect Flight commentary duo back at it again here for round one. My name is Jørn Kvig, and with me, as always, my co-pilot, Dean Schaub. And who do we have the pleasure to see today, Dean?
Yeah, starting off the card with veteran Lauri Vehniäinen, coming in at 949 rated. We have always fun to watch Väinö Mäkelä on Team Prodigy, Team Power Grip. And coming up next we have Niko Rättyä on Team Discmania and also Team Power Grip. And rounding out our card, we have Niklas Anttila, Team Discmania, coming off a big win at Tampere.
Yeah, and we got quite a tournament to look forward to. This is, after all, the final of the Finnish National Tour, and I look forward to getting in on it right away. Starting here at hole 1, par 4, 214 meters, and you can see it here. You don't want to end up left on the first shot, so just keep it long and straight and true, and you will see that there is also a guardian, what do you call that, a bunker, my bad, on the left hand side here as well, perfect for that little late fade. So we'll see how the guys are solving this.
Yeah, challenging par 4 right off the bat. Not so much for the distance, but really about the placement. We can see all the out-of-bounds stakes absolutely everywhere. You really just want to clear that first ridge, get to the second level, and move on from there.
Yep. Starting off here with Lauri.
Yeah, Lauri throwing a true mixed bag.
Cranking one out there, is fading nicely, not too much skip, just great placement there.
Yeah, really just to keep it simple shot. The first hole of a tournament, we'd kind of prefer just to crank on something, but definitely a lot of mistakes to be made on this tee shot.
Yep, and here we have Väinö Mäkelä, who, if you didn't see the previous coverage we did here from Tampere Disc Golf Center, he made a pretty nice ace. Let's hope to see him ring it up once again during this tournament.
And as TDs, we have all been there before.
Yeah, mixing it up. It's Nico, the Seagull.
This is his home course, and he's from the city of Kuopio.
And mashing one out there. Beautiful. No doubt. And now we'll have Niklas Anttila up there as well.
If you haven't seen Niklas play before, you're bound to be impressed by his composure, the way he goes about his business. This extremely mature disc golfer at 18 years old.
Yeah, he had a great 2019 season and has really made some big steps for someone as young as this, from his win in 2018 as a Finnish champion in junior under 18. Väinö, I liked his play, keeping it low, just trying to skip it up there, a little short, but
yeah, with the bunker left and that OB kind of bottlenecking there to the right, he's definitely in a tricky spot.
And there's Niklas. Just flipping this one. It's fading out, but looks to be short of the bunker. Giving a long look like Väinö for a birdie.
And we see the advantage of being a little bit left off the tee as Lauri can sort of hyzer into the basket.
Yeah, to perfection, ending up 4 meters from the basket. And then the homeboy Niko.
I always enjoy seeing the hometown people attack the course. Sometimes you see a little bit different lines. They definitely have a solid game plan.
High and wide on a hyzer. Just fading in beautifully under the basket. Tap in birdie to start off his round. That's pretty much perfect.
It looks like he's done that before.
Let's see if Väinö is back with his putter.
Oh,
he is.
A good one to get after a pretty shaky weekend, to be honest, out in Tampere.
Yeah, and just ringing that one up from outside the circle. And Niklas to follow feet. Let's see if he can do it. Oh, just a little high left. Maybe a little first hole jitters.
As always, a pretty good crowd out here, even for round one. Like you said, this is the
Lauri.
final event on the Prodigy Disc Pro Tour for this year.
I think we have a new favorite. As we see Niklas just tapping that one out. And Niko with the easiest birdie of the four here. After a great start. As we move. Oh, actually, we get a little slow-mo of that long, beautiful putt.
Yeah, we see Väinö's signature left elbow out, which means he's ready to go and jams it home.
Nothing but center. Alright, we move on to hole 2. It's par 3, 88 meters. You'll see here it's a dogleg left. And it's tightening up a little bit here towards the green with a guardian fence put up on the right hand side, which is actually in OB just to make it even more hard on the players.
So absolutely brutal visual of the fence there. You can really just imagine it smacking your disc down.
Yeah, and Lauri laying down a forehand roller, it looked like, but
looked like he was just going for kind of a touchy stall, let it come back forehand. Just didn't quite get it up in the air, if I had to guess.
Yeah, and you see there's no doubt that the forehand is the preferred play here, as even Väinö is doing the same. Keeping it tight to both threes. Oh no. Is that? Yeah, that is kicked OB. That is unlucky. Just keeping it really nice and tight off the tee. The line looked really, really solid, and then just hitting that last tree before the...
Yeah, nice aggressive line, just absolutely no reward. This one's gonna have to get lucky.
Yeah, it's too high, stalling out early.
What a touchy shot, especially second hole. Everyone in their long sleeves. If I had to guess, this might be a tactic.
I think you're right. Or
maybe even his gator. I'm not sure. Definitely got maximum distance.
And is he keeping inside? No, actually going OB. So that's 3 out of 4 ending up OB. Not what they looked for here. And Lauri, I guess even you can't be too happy about that short tee shot. Is pretty happy with just laying that one inside the circle.
Yeah, nobody happy here. This is definitely a birdieable hole for all 4 of our guys, but a very technical shot.
And Niko, high and wide. Ooh, just a little touch off the basket there, but not enough to make a stake.
Yeah, Väinö did say this is a whole different mindset at this course, as all the holes are birdieable, unlike Tampere.
Yeah.
Oh, 2 in a row there for Niklas. Not how he wanted to start with the putter.
No. And Väinö with that unfortunate kick is still left for a 8-meter putt. With the P3, nothing but dead center the whole way.
And he's a whole different level of dangerous player when the putter's on, like it has been here just in the first 2 holes.
I can't imagine this is a course that would play to Väinö's strengths, as he is, as a player, is pretty aggressive and likes to attack. So
yeah, it's definitely a course, a lot of elevation, a lot of speed control.
Yeah, a little lock P2 action there from Niko. If you're not following Niko on Instagram, I can highly recommend that. He is a funny guy. Of course, in addition to being an elite player. We're moving into hole 3, par 3, 120 meters. This is basically a slow hyzer for the guys. You can see it here, slight dog leg left. Should be a birdie for all these guys. Anything else, I think they would be disappointed about. Of course, there is OB, as you can see, both left and right and behind the basket, but should be a fairly controllable hyzer for all the guys here. Lauri starting us off. Going more directly, a little bit tighter. Ooh, a little lucky bounce there.
I always feel like around 120 meters is about the distance you really see some difference in different players' ratings and how they attack a hole.
And Väinö keeping these nice and wide. Actually, maybe even a little bit. Never mind. That is perfect. 5-meter putt. I looked a little bit wide, but
yeah, I like that sweeping hyzer play instead of just always throwing the big hyzer bomb, spiking it in at the basket.
Niko, this is an aggressive line. Needs to sit down and skips out of bounds. Not what the local guy wanted for this fairly open hole. This is looking wide, but it's swinging in again.
Believe that's
and should
his...
be skipping under the basket. Oh yes, and that is parked. Bullseye.
Bullseye hit with his orange DD3. Probably powered down a little bit, knowing Niklas.
A little slow roll for Lauri. To save par by Niko here. You can see there's a little bit of wind. Just picking up here in the open. That is a great putt by Niko.
Yeah, world-class putt. A little more elevation than you'd think on that one. Downhill, plenty of wind. I don't know if he's a full-time straddle putter, but going to the straddle and the downhill, little extra confidence for a lot of players.
And after that unfortunate kick on hole 2, Väinö is back on the birdie train. And I think that's an expression that you're going to have to get used to on this course, because they are ready to attack.
Yeah, 3 holes in, again, it's a whole different feeling when Väinö steps up to a putt.
And Niklas is tapping that one in. And we're moving on to hole 4, par 4, 135 meters. Nice little pond here in the beginning, but I don't think you're going to see the guys worrying too much about that. You're going to see big turnover backhands. You can also see some challenging forehands just to get up on a plateau. And if you want to go really attack the green here, we're going to see some really floaty backhand anhyzers. But be aware, because the woods both on the left and especially on the right hand side is really tight, making a scramble shot very hard.
Anytime you see 135 meters and still a par 4, you know there are some shenanigans to find on a hole.
And I would say that the shenanigans is around the corner. But this is looking...
Oh, what a kick.
That's a great shot by Väinö, but still ending up 30 short, so because of the elevation, this plays more like 155 meters, I would say. And Niklas, this is his home course as well, so he's played this one again and again and knows how to get the best scores, laying that perfectly in the fairway. Still 40 meters to go, but with a perfect placement shot.
Yeah, you hear it on every disc golf video, but it is impossible for cameras to really capture just how the elevation affects these players.
Lauri, this is fading out perfectly into the middle of the fairway. Just a couple of meters in front of Niklas. And Niko. This is a little wide. Yeah. There's that forest just grabbing the disc, pushing it down. But still, something to work with. Hyzer approach about 50 meters from the basket.
This is definitely a home course advantage place that he's in there. You wouldn't want to be there the first time ever.
No, and that's beautifully executed. Looks to be his Discmania sensei, if I'm not mistaken. Niklas running the basket. Just helicopter it down towards an easy 3-meter putt.
Looked like a yokari there from Lauri.
Yep. That is correct.
Can see that stamp from far away.
For sure. And Väinö has the possibility for a long eagle, but it's just the first round, just laying that one up there for the bird, knowing that it's downhill behind the basket and don't want to mess around with that for the first round. And we should see 4 fairly easy birdies here for the boys.
Yeah, these guys really played this hole to perfection. We saw Lauri's drive, Hyzering out just at the right moment. A couple of really nice stall shots. Definitely harder than it looks.
And well, we'll see Väinö and soon Niklas tapping out. Just gotta give a shout out to the Patreons of Natural Born Disc Golfer making the coverage possible. Alongside great partners like Prodigy Discs, of course. As we see Niklas completing the star frame here at hole 4. Moving on to hole 5, par 4, 168 meters. Yeah, you can see here you have the OBs tightening in towards the 120, 130 meter length here of the hole, and you wouldn't believe it, but the OB in the back there, it comes more into play than you would think, because you usually want to lay something out there, and it's pretty hard ground, as you can see. It's one of the more popular courses here in Finland, so you can have some pretty nasty skips if you're unlucky. So just keeping it straight and true on the first shot, and you should be able to get up and down for an easy birdie.
We saw Väinö taking the safe hyzer down the right side. A little bit of air and wind play on that one, but he'll think he's following his plan just like he wanted.
And laying that a little bit right on the fairway, but inbounds and shouldn't be too much of a problem.
Looks like the gallery has even grown since hole 1.
Yeah. Let's see the Finnish Puma getting up there. Nice and smooth, good stability, and sticks within the fairway.
Yeah, not a lot of moving parts on Lauri's drive. Really solid approach to the game off the tee there.
And a little forehand play. And ending up OB. A little bit surprised to see Niko going with the forehand there, but then again, he is the local, so he's played this one quite a few times, and I'm sure he has the home course knowledge to do the right correction. You can hear the wind picking up. You can see on the disc there that there is plenty of wind to be had here at hole 5.
Like you said earlier, you definitely want your disc to land a little short of the basket and skip up to the basket. Don't want to find that OB long.
Lauri, beautifully executed. We have the Sensei flying again. Landing just a little bit short. But as you can see, all the guys are working it pretty flat until we see Niklas drive a second drive here, of course. And just going way short. That is a surprise.
Yeah, not what you'd expect from Niklas there, but maybe he can a long one here. The way he attacks the basket, it's confident, but with a little chance of a real roll away.
Yeah, good bid. Just a little bit too far away, coming off the fresh wind in Tampere.
Niko with another slightly downhill straddle look. Seen him make this before.
Oh yeah, he's dialed in.
He's loving it.
Saving the par masterfully. And for a bird, Väinö smashing that one in there. Coming in at 85 kilometers an hour. Nothing but heart there for Väinö.
Remember watching the following the lead card in Europeans in Croatia. My friend Sai and I were watching Väinö putt, and every time we just looked at each other kind of with another look on our face, just marveling at the speed. It's something you need to see in person.
Yeah. Alright, we're here at hole 6, par 3, 109 meters, a little bit of an elevation change, but a fairly straight shot, mid-range is most likely what we will see with the guys here. You want to land a little bit short, make sure you don't trickle down the hill and OB in the back there, but again, very scoreable hole, this hole.
Yeah, this is why you learn putters and mids off the tee, so you don't need to come into a green like this any faster than you'd like to. There's Väinö's M3, that world map stamp from a few years ago.
Flipping it up, just a little bit shorter than he wanted, not giving that enough height. Sneaking that past. This is looking great. Oh, even just like Väinö, a little bit short.
Yeah, such a touchy shot with those two trees right off the tee. You want your hyzer to flip up, but maybe not too much, and don't want to yank it to the right. See if Niklas can put his method down there.
Yeah, a little bit right, but pin high. About an 8-9 meters putt there. And Niko. Getting out there, circle's edge. And he's been counting them so far, so can only imagine he's looking forward to making this one stick too. The OB in the back really doesn't come too much into play on a long putt like this. Of course, you can be unlucky and have it stand up and roll, but
yeah,
I'll admit I was.
Yeah, Väinö didn't want to mess with that one too much. A little spinner up at the basket.
It's the first round of the tournament. Of course, Väinö coming off the Pro Tour win in 2018 and 2019, hungry to defend his Pro Tour, of course.
Oh, Lauri.
The Finnish boomer hits again. Nothing but center, and he is carting a long, beautiful birdie. Niko. Oh. Yeah. Just sitting it down.
Yep. We'll see Lauri with the big birdie putt. He said his plan coming into the round was just stay on the fairway, make a few birdies, and just kind of enjoy playing with these pros.
And birdie from Niklas. Ooh, little top-notch action there from Niko, but staying there. And that is what I call a 100-pointer, and just lands and sticks it to the chains. Here we get a replay of the 14-meter putt by Lauri. Nice elevation, fading perfectly into the heart. And a slow run to pick it up. We're at hole 7, par 3, 77 meters, and you can see here what the danger on this hole is. The danger is the sloping to OB that you will most certainly have if you're landing on your edge here. Backhand standstill from Lauri here. You might even see some forehands, but most likely all the guys here will go with... never mind. Almost all the guys will go with the backhand, as the forehand can create a little bit of challenge if it stands up and rolls.
There's so much OB, and it's such a short hole, it almost feels like the same pressure as one of those short island holes in a tournament, even though it's not.
You see the wind here is active. All the guys ending up just a little bit short of the basket.
These are real mental toughness holes.
This needs to get back quick. Niko just putting a little bit too much steam on that one. Pumping it out, OB.
I can translate that look. It's, I barely threw it.
Lauri is hungry for another slow replay of a long putt, but
Väinö knows the birdies will come in time, so no reason to mess with that one. Well, I think the camera is capturing just how downhill it is at this point. This is fall over if you're not careful. Level of slope.
And Niklas, high. Ooh, that is going OB, it looks like. Yeah. Just unfortunate by Niklas. Barely made chain. And then just sailing OB.
Väinö probably feeling like an absolute genius after watching Niklas's bid. But there you go, that's what separates a lot of players there, is full confidence in the comebacker.
Great comebacker. Of course, not what he wanted, but great save. Lauri. Oh! I didn't see that one coming. There might be a little bit of a headwind just pushing that one up.
Still thinking about his putt on the last hole, maybe.
And I'll say, I think he was lucky that he hit the top and skipped up there, because if he would have hit full metal and would have fallen down, it will most certainly have rolled OB.
Yeah, we've all been there. A little bit of hyzer on your putt, a little bit of metal, and catch an edge and watch it go for 20-30 seconds of misery.
Alright, the boys are ready to get some revenge after that short, but pretty, what should we say? A pretty hard hole even despite it. So it's hole 8, par 2. Par 3, 92 meters, and again you can see the OB in the back here. The elevation is really showing here as well, so you just need to hyzer something around the corner, making it stick nicely before the basket. If not, you're going to be unlucky and skip OB, while we see Väinö just getting a full-on parking ticket for that one. Great execution.
The landing zones are not letting up here on this course.
High and wide from Lauri. Ending up pin high, but got one of those 12-meter putts to deal with. Niklas going even tighter than Väinö and gets an unfortunate skip, but seemed to be stuck there on circle's edge. Not an easy uphill putt is waiting for him. Again, we see it going in fairly tight, but a little bit slower. Beautiful execution from Niko.
Yeah, you see the difference. You said it, a little bit slower, and you get that counter skip instead of the skip down into the woods. I think 2 of our players have shed a layer at this point, so things are warming up. Oh, Lauri.
Oh my god.
Ring it up with the elevation change and everything.
That's a beautiful putt. Lauri is really on top of his putting game here at the front 9. Oh, just a little low. No unlucky roll for Niklas, so that's a good thing. Got a 7-meter comeback here.
They're adding up quickly here on the front 9 for Niklas. This could easily be at -4, but here he sits at -1.
Yep. Well, Niko and Väinö have the easier birdies of the 3 birdies here at hole 8. Just tapping those in without any problem as we move on. Well, actually, we'll see. Again, Lauri, high, good speed, fading perfectly 2 meters before the basket, straight into the heart. We got a little bit of a slow run there as well. Alright, we got hole 9, par 3, 106 meters. As you saw, there is a man to the left, just to make sure that nobody's trying to sneak it directly. So you will have a good opportunity to showcase some good forehands here, and once again, OB in the back with a high chance of rollaways is basically is basically the biggest threat here as soon as you get out of the the trees here. Väinö. This is looking good. Got the right stability. We'll get some skip as well. Looks to be on circle's edge.
Yeah, looks like Väinö went fairway driver there. Here we have Lauri.
Fairly similar line, but more stability on the disc. Ending up a little bit short, but they don't call it louder distance for nothing. So basically that's happened for him, I guess. Let's see if Niko going with something a little bit less stable than the rest of the guys to get a little bit closer. Throwing a little bit lower. And that's a beautiful skip. Ending up 6 meters. Let's see if Niklas will show me what I want to see. A little bit less stability and getting further out, swinging towards the basket. Oh, he's just almost clipping that tree. But just beautiful execution, getting out of the woods, ending up on 5 meters.
And that looked like FD3s from both Niko and Niklas on very different lines.
Oh, just a little bit low. And Niko, again, a little bit high. This is the second hole that we've seen him nailing the rim of the basket. Oh,
whoa.
That was not what we expected to see from him. He's been so on.
No, you're thinking just stack one more birdie, get out of the front nine super strong, and just airball that OB. Worst case scenario.
Yeah, not what we were expecting to see from Väinö. He was struggling a little bit at the last stop of the Pro Tour with his putter, but so far the first 8 hole has been dead center, just like this one. So it was, I just think it was a little bit of a hiccup there on that one.
Well, definitely cranks up the narrative yet again heading into the back nine. Be interesting to come back and see how he cleans it up from there.
Oh, oof. Almost pushed out.
Yeah, Niklas with almost the pole patrol there. And Lauri, an absolute scorcher of a front nine.
Yeah.
He said he was just happy to be here, but here he is tied with Väinö after the front nine. If he can sink this one.
Yeah. No problem. It's a great play by Lauri.
Big putt, Lauri. Niko and Niklas left a lot of shots out there on the course, a lot of missed opportunities.
Yeah, but there will be plenty of opportunities come the back nine as well, and we hope to see you all there. As you can see, Lauri and Väinö with the -4 at the front nine. Niklas and Niko, the young boys, at -1 each. Look forward to seeing them attack the back nine. And yeah, what do you think, Dean? What are your predictions?
Yeah, good start. A little bit of weather out here on the Prodigy Pro Disc Golf Tour. Thanks to our Patreon supporters, Natural Born Disc Golfer. Again, always like and subscribe, share this video around. We are happy to bring you English coverage here on the Finnish Tour.
See you in the back nine.